On this e-learning, we're going to show you how to set up the e-billing for Wise Option to Go. But before you start using Wise Option to Go, you need to have Wise Option version 4.1.10 or higher on your computer. As a test, let's access the customer management folder and take a look at a customer file. Right now, in this new version, you're going to notice that if you click on the Update button, you will have the chance to set up the invoice option for this particular customer. You're going to say that the customer is paper only, paperless only, or both. Later on, we're going to be also implementing features that will allow partial payment if you're utilizing the merchant account with X-Charge for payments online. For now, this customer here, we're going to set up this account as a test. We're going to enter in our own email address. We recommend that you put your own email address in one account for you to see this test running okay. Make sure you set up for paperless only or both, and then you save that information. Okay, we have an account set, just making sure. Paperless, partial payments allowed, we are good to go. Now to access the e-billing, you go to the billing module, and there you will find a new option to launch the e-billing through the Wise Option to Go tool. You're going to see the screen, which shows the latest version. The only different screen you can see here is in the event you don't have the components installed. Wise Option is going to test if you have all the components. If you don't, the screen is going to be a bit different. As soon as you run that application, before running Wise Option to Go, those components will be installed on your computers. You will need to restart that computer and once you start over the process, come here back to the screen. You should see a screen just like this one. Now, clicking on Run, this will launch Wise Option to Go. You need an internet connection, and as soon as Wise Option to Go is load up, actually coming from our web server, you're going to log in utilizing your email address and password. The Wise Option to Go is the bridge that connects your local database with our web server. For this login, you're going to use the same password, username and password that you will use to access our website. In this case, I'm using a trial account we have created only for this test, and I'm going to log in. The welcome window pops up. Different screens should show in case we have newer versions of the To-Go. Announcements will be done through this window later on too. But pretty much like this, it's going to be the same content. Under Tools and Options, we're going to start the settings. Before we go to the e-billing per se, I'm going to stop by this one here, which is to set up the local connection string. The first time you use the Wise Option to Go tool, you need to show our Wise Option to Go where the local database files are located on your server or personal computer. We're going to click here, and I have already done this, but pretty much you're going to see something like this, an empty folder location. You just need to browse to that location. Sometimes you're going to need to go to your local computer. If you are on the local network, make sure that you use My Network and you go to Network Drive to find the files that you need. And there's a Wise Option UDL file on Wise Options folder that we are going after. In this case, it's a local version. It's not on a network, so I go straight to the program files and Wise Option. Right there, you're going to see the Wise Option UDL. The icon looks like this. Some versions will show the extension. It would be nice if you could have the extension, but if you hold the mouse on the hyperlink, it's going to tell you the type of file. And remember, we are not going after the exe file. We are looking for this Microsoft Data Link file, which extension is UDL. You just highlight one time, open that file, which brings the location, the entire path, into the text box, and there you can test the connection. If it's successful, means that Wise Option to Go could successfully reach your local database. And that's all you need to do. It's a one-time deal. You don't need to do this every time you launch Wise Option to Go. This is just one-time deal. Okay, let's look at other options you can set up here. General settings. It's the place where you go and tell Wise Option to Go when showing e-billings, the invoices online, if you pay sales taxes. If you want to show sales tax, you mark this checkbox and save it. Next, you can also change the email settings. Here, you put the email address you want your customers to see as the senders. So they will see in the message from the specific email address you put here. And if you want to receive a confirmation and copy of what has been sent to your customers, you just go to the BCC or CC. The difference is that your customer will see what is in the CC and carbon copy, and on BCC only you will get it. By default, this date is going to be 30 days, and this is the number of days the summary account will remain on the web server. After that number of days, your customers should contact you and request a more recent summary account statement. So we're going to save that and move next. To upload the logo, each farm has the chance on the e-billings. We would like to give a more professional view to this. So pretty much you just go there. I'm going to delete this one just to show how the process is. In your first time using the logo upload, you're going to see something like this. The name of your license should show here. And we're going to browse to a location where the file can be. I happen to have one in my temporary folder. My farm logo for e-billing. I created that in advance. And I'm going to upload the logo. So here is my farm logo. I'm going to see that later on. We already saw the setup for local connections, which is the most important thing. We need to have access to local database. And the last option here is to input X-Charge IDs. Wise Option to Go e-billing gives you the chance not only to send electronic invoices to your customers, but also receive payments online. Several customers have already tried X-Charged, and they're pretty happy with their rates. They're really saving a few bucks with the competitive rates X-Charge has to offer. Through our website, we're going to give you details for you to make the comparison. However, this is an option thing. You don't need to use the credit card transaction. You could keep up just sending your electronic bills, the paperless bills, and keep receiving checks through the mail from your customers. Here under the View option, I can return to the main screen on Wise Option to Go, or I can start sending bills out. All the customers you will see on this screen will be those that you have set the invoice options for paperless or both. Customers with paper only don't show up here in this list. You could then select through the checkbox. Of course, the period is going to be optional for you. You could then select only your customer or those that you want to send the bill, and you click on Send Bills. And it's going to give you right away the feedback about the e-billings that have been successfully uploaded to our web server. By clicking on this button, Wise Option to Go will generate the electronic statements, connect our web server, and from your local connection, create those files and upload into our web server. Our web server, as soon as it receives those data, will generate the email, create an ID with an encrypted format ID, and sent to your customer. If you put a BCC, a confirmation email is going to be sent to the BCC email address as well. And this is as soon as you receive the number of summary accounts sent out, it will be exactly the number of confirmations from the web server automatically processed. When you return here, you're going to see the ones that have been sent out grayed out, so you can visually have a confirmation also afterwards. On your customer side, this is the email address they will be receiving. Simply, it will give them the chance to click on that hyperlink, and as soon as they click on that, this is what they get in their internet browser. Therefore, you can have the bills delivered to your customer immediately after you close the billing on your system. And the flexibility is that you don't need to send all of them. You can send one at a time. You can send in the middle of the month. You can select the period, and it's all up to you. Your logo is going to show like you see here. And initially, the customer is going to see the summary statement. And if they want to see each invoice detail, they simply click here on this link. And then the invoice entries will show right there. If you click here, it will hide again. The Pay Now button shows up on your statements by the ending balance only if you set up the X-Charge IDs for a merchant account. If you don't have that, this will not show, and your customer should then send the checks to you. Now back to, we are going to prepare a few other enhancements that you can go further, and you have the payment online. Wise Option to Go will automatically enter, those credits into customer accounts because the response is going to be immediately after. As soon as the customer go for the payment, let's give you an idea about how things happen here too. Let's get a fake customer here, a fake address. And first we need to enter the card holder information and click next to enter the credit card number. This is going after your X-Charge IDs. It already knows about your merchant account and gives you the chance for your customer to enter the credit card information right here. CVV is an option that you can have as soon as along with X-Charge when you set up your account. And when the customers submit, they will get the feedback right after that. It's about 20 seconds. It should show the approval, and 20 seconds after the approval, Wise Option to Go will send a receipt to your customer confirming that payment, and exactly at the same time, it will send to you a confirmation about that payment with all the IDs and transactions ID, everything that X-Charge provides us as a feedback from the confirmation. So here you're good to go. Set up your e-billing through Wise Option to Go. As always, our support ticket is open for you to come up with your questions if you have any, and we hope you enjoy the new feature.